Christmas '99.
Hi, I'm Sherry Lee.
And I'm Justine Harrington.
Today, more than ever, housing designs have become an important part of our lives. And for many families, it's an endless search to find an affordable home.
Absolutely. And many families end up purchasing homes they really didn't want.
You know what we need to do? We need to find out what the latest affordable building designs are.
Well, my friend Tom, he's an avid do-it-yourselfer. I'll bet he can help us out with this.
Oh, that'd be great. Can we call him?
Let's do it.
All right.
Hey, Tom, I thought we'd find you out here.
Hi, Justine.
Hi. Tom, this is my friend Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
Tom, we were looking for another project and thought you might be able to help us out.
You mentioned something about alternative building, right?
Right. Now, I've heard of the term before, but wasn't exactly sure what that meant.
Well, alternative building is a term that describes homes that aren't your typical stick frame design. And they've been gaining a lot of popularity in the last few years. And what's great is that they use many different building materials and design choices.
Design choices? Really? Like what?
Well, with alternative building, you've got plenty of options to choose from. Designs like straw bale, dome, timber frame, and a host of others. People are tired of tract homes. They want their homes to be unique and exciting with both affordability and energy efficiency.
Okay, so what about cost on these homes?
Ah, that's the great part. One advantage is the savings over a conventional home, not only in the construction process, but also in the energy efficiency of the home.
You know of any domes that we can check out?
Actually, I know a company in Berkeley, California that designs and builds the kits. Why don't I give them a call and see if they can give you some names?
Oh, that'd be great. Sherry Lee. Justine and I were able to meet with a few homeowners. Today I'm going to be talking with Janice and Michael LaPrade about how they came to decide on a dome home. Come on, let's go meet them.
Yeah, Mandy's at the theater. She's doing Fiddler with double shows today. And I think Cassie's down at the Harvest Festival. So she's cruising around down there.
Hang on a sec.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Sherry.
Hi, Sherry. I'm Michael. Come on in.
Hi, thanks.
This is my wife, Janice.
Nice to meet you both.
Well, I'm glad you could find us here.
Wow, this is incredible what you've done.
So what do you think? Was it what you expected?
Oh, it's a lot more than I expected. It's beautiful.
Well, come on in. We'll show you around.
Thanks. This home is so unique. I've got so many questions. I mean, what was your first experience or exposure to dome homes?
Well, my first exposure was when I was 16. I fell in love with domes when I was very young. My grandfather had built his own home, and I was in awe of that.
A dome?
No, it was just a conventional, smaller home. And I fell in love with the idea of building my own home just like my grandfather had done. Only I wanted something a little bit different, and domes were what caught my eye.
And so what made you decide on the dome?
Well, I think the architectural features, the architectural style of a dome lends itself to being able to do virtually anything inside. And that's what really caught my eye.
Wow. I'd love to take a look around. Oh, this is incredible.
It has a pretty view, doesn't it?
Oh. Did you have this in mind, how you were positioning all of this when you built the house?
Well, it was raw California hillside, and we spent some time up here with ice chests and lawn chairs and looked for the sunrise and looked for the sunset, and this is what we ended up
So
with.
you had all that in mind when you set the house. You wanted the sunset from this window.
Well, with a dome, you have a sphere, and you can position it a lot of different ways versus a conventional home, which is more one wing here, one wing there, and it is kind of set to a lot size.
And the sunken part is so unique. Is that something that you guys thought of, or was that a design option?
Well, it was a feature that we decided we wanted to put in order to have a kind of a small conversation pit that was a little bit separate from the rest of the living room.
Right. It's so comfortable. Oh, you folks have such incredible taste in design.
Oh, thank you.
What kind of wood is this? This teak?
No, actually, it's a Honduran mahogany, and it has Peruvian walnut inlay.
It's beautiful. What about the tile?
The tile is a black galaxy. It's a granite from India that has copper chips in it.
It's absolutely rich looking.
Yeah, it's
Now,
really nice.
What about the design as far as something like your vent, your fan and stuff? Is that an option you had, or was that your own?
You can pretty much go with the flow, decide how you want your kitchen. We wanted a triangular shaped kitchen, so it's efficient and you're not walking back and forth. And we wanted to include our guests when we're in the kitchen, so we wanted this open look from the dining, living area as a transition to the kitchen, so you're not boxed off by walls, but I could be here at the cooktop and visiting with people in the dining room, and people get the feeling that you're always a part of the evening. You're not separated from each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I love what you've done with this, with the mirror. It just gives that whole high 20-foot ceiling even here in your kitchen.
It's a lot of fun, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's part of the creativity where you can work with your ceiling height. And we wanted the same dynamics in the kitchen as in the living room.
Right. Things I would never have thought of.
Well, here's our bedroom.
Oh, wow. Again, so much light. And I don't see any like light fixtures and stuff. You get a great use of track lighting.
We pick track throughout the house. We use a theatrical lamp, so we can project onto the art and onto different interesting wall spaces that you get with a geometric dome. And that way you don't have, lamps or floor lamps or table lamps scattered throughout the house. It gives you a real uniform lit home.
Right, it's just light illuminating and you're not really sure exactly where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's kind of mysterious. It's there, but you're not quite sure where,
Right.
On the wall or the ceiling, the source is.
And this must be your little privacy cubby up here, right?
A place to get away from the children.
That's
They
right,
can't
a
reach
reading
you.
room.
Yeah. We used lots of
reading
softened
loft.
space throughout the house. The spot up here, and we just wanted not to wall over everything, but create an opportunity to do something different with it.
There are softened areas that allow us to display art and stuff. So.
Oh my gosh, you have an actual curved door. This is beautiful.
Yeah, we had the door, because of the curved wall, we wanted to keep the lines continuous and not have a flat door on a round wall.
And your framing is really nice.
Thank you.
It was a fun piece to put together. You often see doors with an arch, but you don't often see doors that are curved.
Never. Now, all of the interior walls and being the curves and stuff was all your design and your creation as well, right?
Well, that's right, because the dome is actually manufactured just so that it provides the exterior wall. Once you get inside the dome, it's basically a free-for-all. You can design whatever you want because none of the walls are supporting the home. They're just supporting themselves, basically. And we wanted to not get carried away with the roundness of the dome, but some of the interior walls we wanted to carry some of the lines over. And the staircase was one of the areas, a few of the walls we wanted to keep them round so that it would follow the flow.
It's beautiful. Let's go see the upstairs.
Sure.
Come on.
Oh, look at these beautiful little additions you've got.
Well, thanks. Those are part of the softening of the house that we try and use for little bits of art here and there. Make it a little unique and different.
It just feels like the ceiling goes on forever.
And it's part of the spaciousness that you acquire when you decide to have a dome. You have the vault of the building is so immense.
The volume is considerably more than the actual square footage of the home would lead you to believe. The volume is phenomenal for a home of this size. It's 33 feet from the ceiling to the floor to the sunken living room, so it's over 3 stories.
Now these are the kids' bedrooms?
Yes, they are. We have 2 children's bedrooms up here and the kids' bathroom. We can
And
go
again, more of the additional lighting to keep this spaciousness and openness in the kids' rooms too.
right, and we didn't want to enclose the bedrooms with solid walls, so we wanted to try to maintain the openness of the dome on both sides of the walls, and by using glass we can have the open look on both sides, but it keeps the privacy, the sound from out here as well as the kids' rooms.
And you've
inside.
used tinted glass as well.
Yeah, it's just a mild tinting.
So I have a really good question. How much of the actual construction of the house did you folks do, and how much was have to hired out?
Well, in this particular dome, we originally purchased the plans and the structural hubs from Timberline. We ended up doing all of the construction of the entire house ourselves.
How long did the whole dome take to construct from start to finish?
2 years.
Really? And were you able to live in it while you were doing it, or was it all?
Towards the end of the construction period, we were able to move in, but prior to that, we were living in a little trailer on the property as we were building. So,
It took a while because we were both working full-time while we were doing the dome. So, of course, if you're able to, break off from your job for a
Dedicate
while.
full-time to it,
Exactly, yeah. This was, before and after hours construction. So it added a few months to the job.
You know, I just want to stop right here again and take this all in. It's beautiful.
Why, thank you.
it's very different, isn't it?
No, it sure is. I notice you don't have any ceiling fans. How do you recirculate the air?
Well, we have a return register close to the ceiling that takes the air and draws it back down and runs it through the floor registers so that you can even the temperatures out a little more.
Boy, that's efficient.
Yeah, it works out
Worked real
well.
well. Yeah.
Okay, now if you were to look back and do it all over again, any additions or changes you might make in your design?
Oh, it sure is. We'd have done it 10 years sooner.
Yeah.
There you go. It's
We're-
just beautiful.
We're pretty hooked. Yeah, a dome does everything that your imagination lets you, and that's the fun part about it. You can
Right.
really go with your ideas and, all of the creative things you want to have in a home.
Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, you're
Really
welcome.
enjoyed being
We'll
here
walk
and
you out.
seeing it. Thanks.
Hi, guys.
Hey, how'd that plant tour go?
It was great. Robert Singer, the CEO at Timberline Geodesics, has a great operation.
Tour go.
Well, we're going to make a quick tour around the house to cover some additional things that had not been seen since those videotapes were made for that program. So we'll just cruise around and see some stuff. This is in our bedroom. Some changes made since the video was made for that programming. A Japanese kimono we picked up in Los Angeles. It was really fun. Our bathroom off of the master bedroom.
one of our old props that we used in the show. It's called Metamorphosis. It was a prop that Houdini had originally used in his show. Or a copy of it, anyway. Here's a shot of Mandy's room since she's come back and from Germany, and we've set her room back up for her. This is a coffee table we built. We just replaced the one that we took to the island. So it's metal and stone. My office, which one of the bedrooms upstairs, the kids' bedrooms, into an office, little office area. So this is what Janice lovingly refers to as Command Central. It's a place to hang out and do a little computer work, and it works out quite well, actually. You can see the glass from inside of the rooms here above the walls lead out to the outside of the dome area, the kids' play area, and down to the... This is our house.
Another lovely winter's afternoon in California. It's November 25th. It's about 72, 73 outside, and we're enjoying every minute.
Well, Merry Christmas. We're about a mile away from the house here, and yeah, just under a mile away. And it's the time of the year that we traditionally decorate. So we put the house ablaze with lights. And we take it in from all around the neighborhood. It's a real traditional time for us, and the kids really love it. Well, here we are with a close-up. After we take enough night shots, you're going to start thinking the only time we're out here is during the night.